What up, Thai Nation? I'm EDM producer TYLR. Let's react to some music, shall we? Here we go!
Take me higher, take me higher, take me higher.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today, after numerous comments asking me to react to this artist, I think it's about time we start diving into her, and that is none other than YOASOBI. Now, I know that you guys have been asking for Idol. I believe it's one of the songs that she's got, I believe. But before I dove into that, I wanted to actually take the time to hear her voice in its pure, true form. So I wanted to dive into a first take song first, and really to kind of hear her voice as its true, natural form, to kind of really hear how powerful and how good her vocals are. So we're gonna dive into it's actually this time it's called the home take, which is interesting. Still on the first takes channel, but it's called the home take. So I'm guessing that it means that maybe she recorded this at home or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. So the first thing I'm gonna dive into though is like one of the ones I've seen that had the most views, and that one is called Racing Into the Night. So that's what we're gonna dive into first. And hopefully this is a good one to start off on. If not, I'm sorry. You guys can suggest the other ones I should definitely dive into after this one. Before we get started, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon, and to all the patrons who've already joined over there. We are currently diving into Attack on Titan, so if you guys are any anime fans out there, if you want to come watch it with us, come on over and join us. We're having a good time together. It's really been fun. And also I should mention that my Patreon is open donation, so you guys can donate however much you want to support me and the channel and the Patreon. So if you guys come on over and join us, I would greatly appreciate it, and I would love you forever. So yeah, come on over, guys. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Now, let's go ahead and dive into YOASOBI. Here we go. Alrighty, you guys know what we're here for. YOASOBI, what you got for us, girl? Let's do this. Here we go. The home take.
こんにちは、YOASOBIボーカルのいくらです。
Yeah.
今日はYOASOBIにとって原点といえる夜にかけるを歌わせていただきます。夜のみんなの一人の時間に少しでも寄り添えたらいいなと思います。それでは聴いてください。夜にかける。
Okay, she's definitely at home. Yeah.
沈むように溶けてゆくように。
Ooh. Okay. This is cool.
二人だけの空が広がる夜に。
Yeah.
さよならだけだったその一言で全てが分かった日が沈み出した空と君の姿フェンス越しに重なってた初めて会った日から僕の心の全てを奪ったどこか儚い空気をまとう君は寂しい目をしてたんだいつだってチクタクとなる世界で何度だってさ触れること
Oh, I love that. Oh man, I really like that a lot. Let me go back. Just I want to hear that again, because that was really cool. I really like this idea of this almost maybe seems like what I don't know if it's like maybe what they started off with is doing like home takes, and then kind of gradually start diving into more of like the first take, because it's a very similar setup. I mean, it's, microphone, headphones, singing, obviously, but this time there's no piano, and it's just like the actual. It sounds to me like the production of the actual song, which I was kind of looking forward to maybe hearing like her voice at the piano, but I do love the idea of being able to hear like just like live vocals with the like production in the background. That's really cool. And the production is phenomenal. I love this. It's like it has that feel of like the Japanese production that I've heard from like other like J-pop kind of stuff. But I love how her voice is like, it's just pure, it's original, there's no extra added effects and auto-tune to make it sound more like Japanese, if you will, It's just her raw vocal across, or I should say on top of her phenomenal production. I don't know who's producing her stuff, but they are killing it. But I want to hear this one part again because it sounds so cool. The deliverance that she uses is really interesting, and it's really nice to my ears. I like it a lot. Not this part, obviously. Next part. Right here. Yes, I love this. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's break down this chorus real quick. So it looks to me like this is kind of like a song about the idea of getting over a rough patch in a relationship. So like let's go through these like lyrics here and break it down. Break it down, y'all. No, sorry. Okay. So let's see here. If we go back to, okay, I think I went too far. Okay, so let's see here. Where's the chorus start? Okay, so we'll like start like right here because it's kind of like a good transition into the chorus. So she's saying like, if there were two of us together, I'm sure mundane, not heard that word before, that's cool, happiness could be found. So it's basically saying if we get through this rough patch, then we can find that happiness and be together forever. And then, chorus. See, in the troubling days, for that never smiling you. So like the idea of like, you know, things are rough right now, so you know, the days are troubling right now. I'm not really seeing you smile. I give my utmost love and hopes for the dazzling tomorrow. So you see, even though this other person is, you know, not smiling as much because things are rough right now, you know, she's saying, I will give my utmost love to you in hopes that tomorrow will be dazzling, meaning like tomorrow will be a better day. We can look past this, like, you know, problem that we're dealing with, this like little maybe fight that we had, and we can move on to being happy again. And keep going. In the never-ending night before we fall, maybe break up, come and take my hand. Even the days that you hid inside, wanting to forget, I'll melt with the warmth of my embraces. So again, the idea of this fight is not going to change the way I think and see you, or like view you as a person. You know, I'm still going to melt in the warmth of our embraces, you know, in a way. It's kind of interesting. What else we got? No need to be afraid until dawn comes someday. Interesting. Okay, so maybe like, don't be afraid because we're going to get through this together. Something like that, maybe? Yep, again, let's be together. Yep. Yeah, so it's like the idea of saying like, you know, it's almost like she's forgiven the other person, and then the other person is still maybe a little bit bitter for some reason, and so like, or maybe they were both upset, but she's on the forgiving side now, and he's not quite there yet, so she's trying to help him get there, saying like, hey, you know, it's a rough patch right now, I get it, but I will continually show you my love and affection and whatnot, and to the point where hopefully tomorrow we can get past this and go, and let's stay together and let's not break up or something like that, you know? Maybe that's like kind of, that's my interpretation, of course. Obviously, I'd love to hear your guys' interpretation in the comments down below, too. If you think that you have a different idea as to what the song means, then, of course, please share. Because I love seeing what other people's thoughts are, too. Because that's the beauty of music, is we all can interpret it in our own different way. And sometimes, like, some of the stuff we come up with might be a little bit lining up a little bit, but maybe a little bit slightly off. you know. But like that's the idea of like that's why I love music, is we all can have our own interpretation and share it, and like maybe you'll show me a side that I'm like, oh, I never thought about that. That actually makes a lot of sense, you know. So please, guys, share your opinions on the song and what you think is the message of this, because I'm just kind of giving my 2 cents over here because I'm the reactor, right? So let's keep going though. This is awesome. I love this a lot. She's a great vocal. I mean, my gosh, this is just phenomenal. Oh, that's a powerful line. Wow. I hate and use. And a little bit of a rough transition, but translation. There we go. But I think what it's trying to say is, I hate to see that stare in you. Wait, I hate and you stare at the things only you can see. Yeah, translation there is not quite accurate, I think, is what they're trying to say. But I think what the gist is they're trying to say, I hate seeing that stare in you where only it's something you can see. Basically saying, I hate that only you can see this viewpoint, and I can't see what's really upsetting you and what's bothering you still, as to why we can't move past this issue. I think that's what they're trying to say. But that's so true, because I feel like it's always comes down to the idea of you always are trying to figure out what is upsetting that person, but if they aren't talking to you, or if they're not wanting to explain to you because they're like, you should know what you did, then it's like, maybe I don't know what I did. Maybe I don't know why you're upset with me. So if we talk and talk it through, we can both be on the same page and figure out how we can move on and pass this together. That's why I always hate that idea of like, you know, when it could be a guy or a girl, when either one will say like, oh, you should know what you did, or like, you know what you did, until you come apologize, we're not going to be okay. It's like, no, let's talk it through, you know, like, why are we going to play this like childish game? Like, just talk to me, tell me what's upsetting you, I'll explain my side, or I'll explain what happened to help you see what, you know, really is actually the truth and not just whatever is in your head, and then we can work together to move on, you know. I just, it's like, it's not that hard. Communication, guys, you know. But I mean, I get it. It's not always easy. It depends on the situation, I know, but still, you know what I mean. Yeah, like you captivated it. Yeah, that's so wow. Oh, I love that. It's almost like she's almost rapping, but not quite. It's like she's just got a little bit of an extra, like, little bit of speed in her singing there. That's really cool. She did this in the first verse too. I love that. It's really kind of setting her apart from like other Japanese singers I've listened to, and it's really making her like seem like very unique, which I love. Oh my gosh, I gotta see that again. I have to. Oh, so good! Wow! Oh wait, I saw something there. What did she say? Even so, someday we'll surely understand each other. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Ooh! Oh, I love that little synth thing. Oh, sick. Oh, wow, a turn of events here. Interesting. The idea of them saying, I don't want this, I'm tired of it, and then her turning around and saying, to tell the truth, I want to say that too. Interesting. Let's see, okay, wait, hold our horses, let's not say anything yet, let's not make any assumptions. Let's see what's coming next. Oh, interesting. I thought that she might come back and say something along the lines of like, oh, I don't technically, or I something like the lines of like, I want to say that too, but I love you enough to kind of look past it. But she's going right back into the, I think this is a pre-chorus, because this is, I think it looks like a repetition of what I heard before. So in the world ringing with TikToks again and again. Okay, let's keep going.
で何度だってさ君のために用意した言葉どれも届かない終わりにしたいだなんてさ
No.
つられて言葉にした時君は初めて笑った
Oh no.
騒がしい日々に笑えなくなってきた
that transition was dope.
僕の目に映る君は綺麗だ明けない夜にこぼれた涙も君の笑顔に溶けてく
Wow.
変わらない日々に
Ooh, wow.
僕を君
The progression of this song is phenomenal. It's like I'm watching a story unveil in front of me. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's not only her like singing that's taking me on the journey, the production is too. I mean, my gosh, this is amazing. What? Okay, so so the reflection of you in my eyes is truly beautiful.
明けない夜
The overflowing tears on the never-ending night.
こぼれた
Okay.
涙も君の笑顔に
Oh, as long
溶
as
け
you
て
smile.
く変わらない日々に泣いていた僕を君は優しく終わりへと誘う沈むように溶けてゆくように染みついた霧が晴れる忘れてしまいたくて閉じ込めた指に差し伸べてくれた君の
Oh,
手を
they're making up a thing.
涼しい風が空を泳ぐように
Oh, her highs are magnificent.
繋いだ手を離さないでよ二人迷夜にかけ
There it is. Both of us rest into the night. Okay.
ありがとうございます
Bye, YOASOBI. Oh, it was so cool. Oh my gosh, wow, that's the first time where I was like really like taking on like a journey, not only from the vocals, but also the production. Okay, we have to talk about this, guys. Let's do this. Alrighty, guys, that was my reaction to YOASOBI's Racing into the Night. And I've gotta say, with her being like the third Japanese singer I've reacted to, with me like diving into Lisa, diving into Minami, and now into her, the Japanese have a phenomenal way of writing just such great storylines, really clever wording of like the way that like to describe like the way they're feeling or the way they want to express a certain situation, and like I'm truly like blown away by YOASOBI here because she took me on a whole journey and a whole storyline, not only with like the lyrics and her singing, but the production too. The way the production progressed, it's like you can see towards the end there, you almost have like a slight key change and a switch of more of like a happier tone in the music towards the end as they're making up and talking about how like, oh my gosh, I reach out my hand to you as you reach out yours to me. Never let me go, and let's ride into the night together. You know, as like racing into the night together is what it's called. So like, as we race into the night together, and it's so cool. Like, I mean, honestly, like I'm truly blown away by the way that Japanese write lyrics for their songs. I mean, honestly, I loved every single bit of this, and I cannot thank you guys enough for suggesting that I start reacting to her, because I remember seeing that song Idol, I think is what it's called, like everywhere. Like I've heard it because I've seen it over TikTok for the longest time, so like I know like the chorus, I think, is what I'm hearing for the most part, but I don't know if I've heard the whole thing. So I still definitely do a reaction to it, but I know the chorus and stuff already, so I'll let you guys know that. But yeah, I'm so excited to dive into more of her music. So please, guys, in the comments down below, recommend more songs for me to dive into from her, and what are some of your favorite first take performances I definitely need to see also, because I love this girl. She is so talented, and her lyrics are just as phenomenal as the likes of Lisa and as Minami. So I'm like so ready. Let's do this, guys. Let's start our journey. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and make sure you click on the bell notification to be alerted whenever I start a group artist to a new band on my channel. Besides that, you guys are awesome. I love you guys, and as always, bye. Bye.
Take me higher.